What is happening? Oh, it is. No! Oh! Oh, second house is gone! Hold your side, it is shaking! Vikings, have you gathered around the fireplace? For it is about time to tell a story. To tell a story about the land of Vikings. And with no better further ado, let me bring the master heads of this beautiful game and production to the show. May I present you, Lukas and Onurhan. Who are you guys, and what is Land of Vikings?
I am Onurhan, and I am currently taking part in our last game project, Land of the Vikings, as a game designer and game developer.
I am Lucas van Roy. I work for Iceberg Interactive. I'm mostly on the production team, and I've been working with the development of Land of the Vikings since the beginning of the year, basically. Seeing where it comes from, seeing how it goes, making sure that everything will be ready for EA launch, doing a lot of testing and giving Onurhan a lot of feedback.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is Land of Viking?
Land of the Vikings. In short summary, Land of the Vikings is a survival city builder game. A game where players can build their own Vikings village and face various survival elements like disaster and mysterious events. And while doing this, we have added a griddless and detailed gameplay as possible for the players.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said mystery and events. What can we expect from mystery events? Is it like godlike events happening and like Norse mythology, or what is happening there?
You never know. Every time there's a mystery.
I see. And my question is, why the Viking vibe? Why not, I don't know, a medieval settlements? Why not European knights? Why not the Ottomans, since Onurhan is from Turkey?
Yeah, I am from Turkey. Because of interest of Vikings, and we all love our Norse mythology. The story of Norse mythology is very rich, and we want to utilize such a rich mythology by blending our game. And yeah, this is our main things to use Norse and Vikings.
Yeah, you also said something that a lot of other themes were already a little bit crowded, so like it works together very well in this like almost Christmassy, cozy setting of winter versus summer, and so that setting works very well to create a very personalized feeling to the village.
Oh, I'm just outreaching now. Is there some events like this within the game already? Like now you said Christmas is entering. Of course, the Vikings called it Yule, not Christmas. Will you be able to like make a Yule log and fire and decorate for stuff like that?
Yeah, there are some like similar things in the game. And yeah, you will see in the game in play.
I can't wait. So, where did you guys draw the influence and the inspiration for creating an city builder? Did you guys play on your sides any game that inspired you, like, I want to create something similar, or I want to do this?
There is no game I can say. I didn't say, but I am a gamer too, and I play a lot of city builder game, other games, story games, and I just wanted to develop my new game with our own thoughts and inspiration from the other games. And we wanted to make the game relaxing, but at the same time to keep player on alert all the time.
Interesting. So it's not just like a sit down, relax, I'm gonna build my cozy village. There will be stuff happening that will keep you struggling at bay and fear for your, I mean, not for your life, for the life of your villagers.
Yes.
So talking of these kind of mechanics, what kinds of mechanics are at play? Like, what can you do besides building your village in a Viking environment?
I can say the first mechanic I will mention, the player make the griddless building system. Player can build wherever they want and design their village as they see fit. And they can witness the development of the village organically. And we have carefully hand-designed maps have been carefully prepared so that player reflect their imaginations. Sorry, my English.
All good.
Also, we have new features like players can also beautify their villages with dozens of decorations.
Okay.
And these decorations not only for beauty, also increase the happiness of the villagers and increase volume of the warehouse. And for example, there is a 6 type of decoration categories in the game. The first one is these lights. If there's not enough light in the village, the villagers will complain about it. Or more, they will slowly
There is
work.
not enough light, my lord.
Yes.
Love it.
And for example, if you want the villagers act faster and move faster, you can build roads and support them with the road decorations. Then they will walk more fast. And like, there's a lot of things in the game.
I hear ya. In terms of... go ahead, Lukush.
Oh, yeah, I was going to add to it that for Land of the Vikings, it might sometimes be a little bit confusing to what is the difficulty exactly, because some people, they pull up a sort of expectation that it will be like either Frostpunk, Don't Starve Together, Banished, something like this, but this is not exactly what Land of the Vikings is. It's really its own game, and what I have noticed most while playing is you're trying to refine a process, and you don't immediately see the consequences of what you're doing. So for example, if you want to make your life easy, you will start with having very few villagers, and you will go into the first winter having a population of maybe 25, maybe 30. And you're going to make it easily through winter. The only issue is that in the summer and in the spring and in the autumn, where you have time to regain and start industries, basically. So you want to start food production en masse, and you want to create clothes for the next winter. You will not have the laborers to do this. So that is one, and you're going to keep feeling this as you pass through time. You're going to understand all the things that you did wrong in your city planning design, or in your micromanagement, or in your overall macro management with do I have enough villagers? Have I not been pushing myself hard enough? Have I not been challenging myself, and am I being punished for it now later?
Ooh, that's amazing. How many villages during the test phase and demo phase that you guys had made it through the first winter? I'm curious. Is there like a statistic? You're like, you starved to death. You're gone. Is there like an idea behind it?
Give you an idea. Usually I try to aim to have above 40 villagers during the first winter. You start with about 20.
Okay. How do you produce
so you really
more?
Want to... Sorry?
How do you produce more? Is it like build a house and then you produce?
There's multiple ways. One is events. You can have people come new in the village, and usually you always want to facilitate this, especially in the beginning of the game, because then it is very important to keep growing your village. At least in my idea. Maybe my understanding is also limited to what it is now, right? But you want to keep growing, especially in the beginning. And then there's a sort of soft cap where you only limit yourself in some way. So parents, they have children, and children, as they get into adulthood, they will keep living with their parents. If you build them a house, they will move out of that house out from their parents, and they will move into that house and start their own family. So they will create children too. As long as you don't have the houses for all of them, so there's still adults living with their parents, you're artificially limiting your own population. So you always want to keep this up and basically force as many families to have their own house as possible. But you need to manage this in a smart way, because more houses means more food, more firewood. It requires therefore more forests to be cut, which means you need more laborers as well that are going to do all of this and provide all of this. So that can be very dangerous, and that will have to be managed carefully. But then the bonus is you get more villagers, and hopefully at least. So yeah, you want to keep making houses for new people. At some point they will of course move out of their house or of their parents' house because they're done with their parents, and then you get homeless people, and at that point it's starting to become a real problem. But you need to be before the issue rather than after the issue.
Of course, you want to either act then react and have all the problems ahead of you. Will people like get unhappy if they stuck with their parents too long and be like, I'll take over this house, I'm the new man now, axe gone?
I think so far there's not an event where they completely riot. I think the most rioting that they'll do is if they move out, basically, right? So they're like, nah, I'm not living with my parents any longer. Build me a house now, or I'm going to leave the village.
I hear already some amazing mechanics at play, and I can't wait to see. Talking of mechanics, what would you say would make Land of the Vikings stand out compared to other city builders? You mentioned like Banished or Frostpunk.
There's things other than other games we mention about it. For example, every villagers have own family and system, and we didn't mention about it, but also every villager have own characteristics too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So all kinds of traits and benefits and doubts. Interesting.
Yes. Their villagers might be powerful, weird, strong man or woman, but some villagers are maybe more useless. The abilities of the villagers calculating according to and their age, characteristic, and there's some other factors too. And at this point, some characters maybe they can be very successful in some jobs, but sometimes they are very unsuccessful in others. For example, if you are a lucky person, can fish very easily, while strong person can cut wood faster. And like that, players should pay attention to this while making job assignments.
That is amazing. So job assignment is like micromanaging who gets what job. It's not like I want 2 woodcutters and then whoever's free goes there. You assign them directly what to do.
Yeah, you need to find the right balance there, I think, because sometimes you will micromanage, but in lots of opportunities you will have to macromanage. So unlike most other city builders, from what I know, you tend to assign someone to a job and they will do this until they die. In Land of the Vikings, I would never recommend doing that, because you're going to juggle people around very much. For example, the main example I use is farms. Farming goes in stages. So you plant seeds, so you need a lot of people to plant seeds. Then you need to water the seeds. Again, you still need these people, but then the crops are growing, and it doesn't make sense to have farmers while your crops are growing. So you unassign your farmers, and that might be 10 or 20 farmers even. I think in my most recent playthrough, I had 50 farmers. So you want to unassign all of them during the time that the crops is growing and reassign them in the moment of harvest. So, and that needs to often be very quick, that moment of harvest, because that is before winter, and you want to like pull in all the last little bits of harvest before the crop starts dying off. So that is definitely a macro management, and then you're not going to look exactly at who you're assigning, but you need this float of villagers that is available. And then you want to put them back as builders the moment that winter comes, because it doesn't make sense, again, to have them as farmers. And you do this with a lot of the things. So if you're very efficient, you also make sure that there's not a carpenter the moment you don't need planks. There's not a stone cutter the moment you don't need cut stone. These kind of things. So you can stockpile it a little bit, so that you also will have some head space to do this in and to maneuver. But you don't want to have people assigned to jobs where they're not working, actually.
Oh, that is so clever. I like that. I like that you have to think in head of stages. Let's call them like our winter, summer, spring, and what was the last one? I can't remember
Autumn.
the English term. Autumn, thank you. And has to think ahead of reusing and like a water bend reshape the ways of how they work and what they do. And as you said, you're a little bit limited in terms of labor force. So you have to think of what you need, what you want, and what has priority in terms of others. So you said winter. That's one mechanic that will face us in terms of be our enemy, so nature. Is there also, being as Vikings, is there pillages happening? Is there raids happening? Will other Vikings come over and be like, attack you and try to steal your food for the winter? What can we expect?
Of course, there's raids and trading and exploration in the game. The ships are most important things, I think. After reaching a certain of stage of the game, players can produce their own ships and use them for trading, exploration, and of course raiding.
Yes. At the moment, I don't think you can be raided yet. Is that
Okay.
true, Honoran? Or, but I believe this is planned for early access, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So at the moment, in the current build, you're not going to be attacked yourself, but later you most likely will be able, unless something in development takes a turn.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So you're hitting early access in a few hours, releasing, and what can we expect as of right now? Like, what kind of mechanics are in the game right now, and what kind of mechanics are we getting down the road? Is there like a roadmap we can tackle and have a look at already, or where we at and where we go?
The mention about all of these are included right now in the game. And we roughly 1 year, the current plan is the early access for roughly 1 year. And this is early access period. We will release new feature, maps, objectives, and other types of content to improve the game. We also always polish the game and fix bugs.
Of course.
We have a roadmap, but I just can say the first update what's about. Our next update will be the building editor, where players can use their own designed buildings and decorations in game.
What? Like, are we talking about inside the building as well as like outside?
Yes, it's like on the outside.
Okay.
But player can easily create buildings and share with each other through the Steam Workshop. Just like in Cities Skylines, for example, they have similar system.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It will be cool, I think. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's also extremely powerful. Like I tried it a few months ago, the system that was then there, and it's as if you're basically working in Unreal Engine. You get to place every piece of wood, every piece of everything, and the game helps you optimize it. It's completely ridiculous, and you can actually make not just houses or something, but you can make multiple types of buildings and create iterations of these, and then people can place them. You can decide to have multiple designs of the same building in your game, and you can build whichever one you want, so you can really customize your village.
Wow. Okay, that just blew my mind that you can freaking go into details like that. So that means we will have mod support for the game, since we can dive into building creations, or
will it be limited to the creation of the houses itself? Can we like mod events that happen and trigger?
It's only now just buildings and decorations. There's now only that, yeah.
Totally fine, totally fine. I was just very, very curious. So, quick talk to the audience. If you have any live questions that you want to ask the developers, now is your chance, as we are approaching the end of our talk and hopping into some gameplay any moments. I mean, it's probably a little bit early to say, but do you plan on expanding on your foundation of Land of the Vikings that you've created? Can we expect in like 3 years from now, 4 years from now, a Land of the Vikings 2 that grabs all that you have learned and make it even grander, better, crazier, new engine, new graphics, I don't know.
Yeah, it's early to say that. We are focused on the first game right now.
I'm a little bit of a dreamer, you know. I'm like always see something and I'm like, okay, where can this go? And I was just curious if there's some thoughts there already.
I think the idea, since it's going to be early access for at least a year, is that like full attention is going to be on this early access. So as long as that is there, all the ideas, they will go into definitely Land of the Vikings 1.
I hear ya, I hear ya. And I'm super excited for you guys and have my fists and palms and fingers crossed for an amazing start. And I can't wait to hop into it. And with that, I would say, do you guys have any last words to the audience before we hop into the game and have a look at Land of the Vikings?
Yeah. I hope they enjoy the game.
Very humble and very straight. Chad says already, now I want Land of the Ottomans.
Land of the Ottomans.
Maybe later this game.
Oh, but you, Lucas, do you have any last words towards the audience before we head out?
Land of the Ottomans might be announced in 3 years. Keep your eyes tuned.
Oh, thanks a lot for doing this with me and having you on the show. It was great fun. I'm super excited. I love the innovation and the new approach and new ideas behind the city builder genre. I'm, of course, as you can see, a fan of the Viking era, so I can wait to tackle it. And I will keep a very close eye on it. Whenever you have any new stuff, new content, let me know. I will gladly cover over it. And I will be, most likely, when the customization is out, probably just play that and not the game anymore and just create hundreds of buildings for everybody to play and have a look at. So, with no further ado, Lukas, Onurhan, have a wonderful day. All the best to the starts today. And thank you for being with me here on the show and putting yourselves out there to the world. And have a wonderful start. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for having us. See you.
Yeah, thank you for me. See you.
Bye-bye, you lovely people. We've tried and faddled around here on the live show a little bit. The first village died towards winter's coming. And I'm gonna try it again now. We've created here this Veg Vizier on red canvas with a white. Our settlement, Chad said, should be named Helgafjall. And we're starting on the small lands with a smaller sized map, more resources, and the resource distance is quite near. So let's see if we can do this better this time. And let's start a game. Let's start the game. Ambience, music, and sound of this game is so well done. I would just watch a video with just hearing the ambience and have like a scene where there's just the villagers running around doing some things. I'll be happy with that. But those in here, feel free to... Oh, I think I did leave the tutorial on. Never mind. But those in here, feel free to use channel points if you want to be named after somebody in the village. And we're also giving away a copy. Exhibition one giveaway in chat. Feel free to enter the raffle. So, over here, let's go through it really quickly. We have wood, we have timber, we have stone, we have dressed stone, silver, and a number of meals. With a total of population, there's the average happiness, our fame, and our defense points. At the moment, defense points are not interested because we cannot get attacked and raided. Only Mother Nature is our enemy at the moment. Bottom left, we have the management, where you can have a look at what you have in your resource tabs. Then you have the jobs that you can assign. And this is very, if you want a comparison, very banished-like. Then we have all kinds of messages that came in, and objectives that we have, and alerts that are going on. So, very, very classical. Choose where to cut with the green one, and make like brr, brr, brr. Cut this all down. Perfect. Choose where to take up stones. Beautiful. So, they're working on that. Then, what I really like is the tech tree over here. Tech tree is Jormungandr Yggdrasil, the tree of life. And you're like deciding what kind of branches you want to scale towards to. We have over here a new village was founded. Gods bless this village. Then we are having transition to settled life. Fields with granaries and windmill. So we're gonna make a field, a wheat granary, and a windmill. Beautiful. And crops on the field grow faster. I'm gonna grab that next. So we have our points invested. Then we want a carpenter to make our wood into planks. Good. Then we want some houses to be built. You can select the building and rotate it to your liking. Exactly. Exactly. So let's build one house. Let's build a second house. But they're not priority. What is priority is food. So we want an we want a fishing hut. Let's have a fishing hut. Good. Right. And then we want some coops. Coops should be rather easy to tackle and handle. So the chicks back here. Beautiful. Then we want a gatherer's hut. Production 100. Interesting. Yeah, we're definitely gonna chop down the stuff over there. Let's make the gatherer's hut up there. So, Fisher's Hut has a priority, please. Let's make me 5 builders. We have 1 carpenter, right? So what I also like is that all the families have their own family tree. And if I click on Runa, for example, over here, Runa Erpson, they also have their abilities. There's luck, there's strong, there's speed, there's intelligence, and they have traits. He's, for example, brave. That affects his stats. And there are labors that he is more or less suited for, depending on his traits. I guess if I leave it automatically and be like over here to be like, hey, give me 5 builders, I highly guess that there will be work stopped in this building. Oh yeah, I need to open it actually. That there will be a sort of how should we call it? Auto assignments? Let's call it auto assignments. in terms of cattle ranch. In terms of who is most suited for that job. So, I'm gonna have a cattle ranch as well. Where should I put it though? Let's have it over here. Boom. Let's have an goat ranch. Like this. Very bumpy. It was green before. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. So, paths. Connecting. Boom. Boom. Good. There's some sort of roads going on. Perfect. Perfect. I also love that there is decorations that are illuminates the surroundings at night. That are increasing your happiness for the people overall. Super cool. Fire pits. Next to the entrance. Beautiful. Here's the storage place of the building. Cute. Cute. So. Food is happening. Now I need a marketplace. This is where food is stored. Whenever the villagers shop, it should be every village. Silver is earned in here. So, marketplace. Marketplace should be somewhere in the middle. Like that. Okay, we're gonna wait for it to be built. Did I set a priority building up? Priority building. So. Oh, we have 2 tree of life points already. Is it because it's not included at the moment, or is it just you're not a threat? Or if it cries of starving villagers. What do you mean she didn't? What is not a threat at the moment? We'll just go work faster. Yes, let's have that. We'll just work fast even more. Good. Good, 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 good. So, let's speed this up. Newcomers. Newcomers will arrive. Yes, you guys can join. Yes, you guys can join. Let's go. Oh yeah, you cannot be raided at the beginning. At the moment, not at the beginning. There will be you being able to get raided later on. So.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Speaking of raiding. John Reagan, how you doing? Welcome in. I guess doing. Speaking of raiding, it happens. Oh, that was hilarious. That was actually hilarious. So. Food. Yeah, exactly. So over there will be a well, I think. Are we gonna make it over here? Let's make the field over here. So... like that. Like that. Need silver. Oh. Oh, okay. That is silver heavy. I see. Means like I look another carpenter over here. Also looks like we're running out of wood. Let's go choppy chop. Gonna finish up the fishing huts. And of course that house as well. It's just leaving some logs that we need for it. There we go. Dead Rigged Wolf, welcome in. Hello, handsome. How are you doing? This game looks pretty cool. Man, I'm super intrigued by it. And it apparently has also all kinds of events going on, mysteries happening, and it's like just a very, very good city builder launching into early access in a few hours with a Viking theme to it, and I can finally happily see I have a good Viking game at hand. Can I ask, did you make your Viking shield goals counters yourself? No. I did not make them myself. I am not proficient in HTML coding. And of course you can ask, still is a stressed gamer. I'm open to all kinds of questions here. Might not answer them all, but I'm open for everything. TJ, how you doing? Fishy, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you, Calvin, for the raid again. 10 Reagan. Dear Vikings, if you do not know my dear companion and brother in arms, go check him out. Go show some love. So, newcomers caused the settlement problem in a village. Foreigners set up tents wherever they find an area. I'm gonna promise them a new home. Objective started. New home. Built 2 houses in the next 3 days. Oh my. Well, let's build 2 houses in the next 3 days, shall we? Over here we need luck, mostly. Bjartney. Let's send you over here. So they're all chopping down the trees. 24 logs. There we go. My builder's at. I have 5 builders. Give me 10 builders then. Messages. Bjartney gave birth. Gave birth. Nice. The village is growing. First house is in the works. Settle house is nearly in the duns. Love how they're working on houses. Hello from Spain! The Vikings, how you doing? What is this? Soon long pork on the menu, hopefully. Emergency food supplies need a new house and live. Long pork. Oh my god. By the way, Chad, do you know why these houses are like this? In Viking settlements very often. Why you see them built like that? I'm curious if you guys have a theory to it. Making carpentry. Set the limit to 40. There we go. Stop doing that. Need 1 less over here. And we're gonna have a fisher That needs some luck and intelligence. So, how much left? Time we got left? 2 days. 2 days for the second house. This is the next priority. Building. Once that house is done over here. Nice. Snow, says Soul. It's about rain and snow. Because if you flip them upside down, you can use them as boats. Schnittenbeast. Yeah. Because most of the buildings or settlements have been created after they've come by boats. They drag their boats on the shore. They flip the boats. And then they build a structure around the boat and had the boat as the ceiling. It was just a joke, but it's the correct joke, nonetheless. So, more chopping. Good. More digging. Let's go. There we go. Animals are growing. Beautiful. We've built our 2 houses, so objective done. They should be happy. Now we need to focus on building the marketplace. Afterwards, the goat ranch. And then hopefully, we're starting to get money. So we can build wheat granary. So I can build proper... What is happening? Who is shield molding? Production and the windmill next to it. Landing with 3. I'm gonna be with you, Chad, in a second. Production windmill. There we go. It's gonna be also a priority. There we go. What do we need here? Strength and agility. 1.6 in strength. 1.9 in strength. You guys can handle the goats. Cute. Very good. Another carpenter over here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Schnitbeast, thank you kindly for bringing 5 people into the shield wall. Highly appreciate your support. With that, you have oversmacked the goals. We're gonna give away 2 golden keys later on when we are hopping over to Humankind and its new DLC. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Lemongrass, how are you? Welcome in, Rhea, Switchy the Witch, Onyx, The Fluffy, and Lixie Viats in the shield wall. Enjoy the emotes. Add for watching. You guys are phenomenal. So, they're building the windmill. Surely, but slowly. And we have enough finally for the markets. That means we need to place jobs into the markets. Take some workers away. Let's do some chopping. Okay, they're still chopping. Beautiful. Beautiful. Been a while since I was on Twitch. How are you? I'm doing phenomenal. Raid squad deployed. Not code SPR. 8 points. How you guys doing? How was the stream? What have you been up to? Chan Reagan, if you're still here, what have you been playing, my friends? I'm so focused on this game. I'm so sorry, Chad. Welcome in, Raiders. So, we need marketeers. Let's fill this out. Full on markets. Objective ended. Marketplace. There we go. Create roads. Add at least 10 decorations. Let's work on that. Let's add at least 10 decorations. A lot of these decorations are actually impacting the world around it. If I put some stand over here, put this log over here next to the house, and then maybe a shield. Although I would like to be able to place the shield on the house or something like that, but it's okay. Let's place it over here. Lying half-broken shields in the dirt. A bucket increases the storage. I can place it wherever I want. I love this. Place the bucket over here.
Hello there.
Add a bucket in middle of the road. If it moves, we shall call it the War March of the Bucket.
Let's do that. A bucket in the middle of the roads. There we go. It's the poop bucket. I'm gonna have like some 3 barrels over here. I love that it's encouraging you to decorate stuff. A box. Some piles of wood. Nice. Build a gatherer's hut, it says. Wait, isn't that the gatherer's hut? Oh yeah, that's the gatherer's hut. Let's prioritize that one. And, jobs. Marketeers, we have 4. Good. Let's cut down 4 animals. I'm not gonna slaughter any goats. Looks like the food problem is a thing again. Wonder what I'm doing wrong. Wonder what I'm doing wrong.
Enjoy your stay.
Definitely gonna have a well over here. Saul, welcome in. Welcome to the North Akani. Thank you for the biddies. And helping me place a bucket in the middle of the roads. That's a pretty looking game. Hitpoint, it is not only pretty, it has an amazing in-depth of mechanics. I love that each villager is actually represented. They have their own family tree over here with their own families that they create, having children. Each of them has their own stats in terms of strength, speed, cleverness, luck. There we go. Luck, strength, speed, intelligence. And on top of that, they have also perks. This one, for example, is ugly. Not everyone has a pretty face, but this person has a very scary face. Gives her luck effects times 0.5. And stuff like that. And you can either let the game auto-assign jobs, like Banished-like, where just like, okay, I need 4 of these, 4 of these. Or you can manually assign people towards stands and use of their traits and perks they have to make the most efficient outcome out of it. Super good. Music is great, the ambience is great, and it's just like, you know, this lovely look at your village grow and become something. Look at that. Resources, fish. Means that the last fisher that we had in the last village that died before winter, I guess, was just a bad fisher. I think she was just a bad fisher. That's why we did not get any fish going on. 84 planks. There we go. We have enough food. Now we enough money. Now we should be able to place fields. I'm gonna place the field over here. Boop. 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 $100 silver for that field. So we want to plant wheat, please. Plant. And let me grab here 5 farmers. Right? I don't need that many builders. Maybe just 2 builders. And we're good to go. This is filling up with fish. This has some sort of resource done. Oh, it's producing wool. Nice. So, let's hop into the tech tree. That's really a nice thing, right? Right, not code? That's super good. Super, super good. What have you been playing, Hitpoint? You don't mind me asking. They're becoming Finnish people because they have buckets, loads of buckets. They queue for many hours to get 1 free bucket. Oh, man. This gives me access to mine and stone pits. I'm not really interested in that yet. Crops durability increase. Villages are happier. Crops field grow faster. Let's grab that. Yes. And then also, let's grab the next. What? We can dig too deep, it says. Reference to Lord of the Rings. It's time to set sail, build the first shipyard. Oh, with 4 development points, we can have the first shipyard. Nice. This is a minefield. Mines are located in the feet of mountains. Okay, interesting. Good. Keep them moving. Love this game in Mad Lords. I think Land of the Viking is better than Farthest Frontier. Ooh, shots are fired. Shots are fired. So... I do have 2 carpenters, right? I do have 5 farmers. Nice. Starting to plant. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Trees that have been cut down will sprout again unless a construction is built in that area. Fair enough. That is always good to know. So you can just go and cut everything down because you will know it will grow again. So... I'll look it over there. And the gatherer sets. Food. When the gatherer set over here has already 100% chance of collecting stuff. Get the fruits, okay. What I also want is production, the woodshed. The woodshed. Gonna place this somewhere very close. Yeah, there we go. Good. Connections. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Let's have some roads going on and about. Tree falls! Should probably also start the production or the building of another family house. Somewhere. Probably back to back over here. Boom. There we go. Earthquakes, lightning storms, they're funny. Maybe a volcano would be great. Oh, we're getting... I mean, a volcano might be a thing. With this mountain ridge back there. See? I would just do a video like this. Have the Nord lights coming up. And just listen to the ambience.
Welcome to the hamlet.
Exactly. Exactly. Gamer Pirp? GP. If it is okay, I will call you. Welcome in. Such a beauty of a game. With 33 people, I think that's quite a good number of people. Looks like food is not a big issue anymore. We have starting to get a number of meals of total. Very good. The herbalist hut or the gatherer's hut is being built. Nice. Oh man, the sun is coming up. Such a freaking beauty. What a wonderful fjord we have over here. There we go. Herbalist hut is up. Let's see at the job list. Gatherer. There we go. I have 2 of them. There are watering. Let's help with the watering. Some more farmers. Beautiful. I guess I'm gonna build also a second fishing hut. Over here. But this should be the priority. Building a house. And I guess we're gonna need to build more houses. As the families are growing, nonetheless. So, with the roads all the way up till to the gatherer. Nice. Nice little village going on. Helga's Fjoll is definitely holding up a little bit better than our first try. Will be enemies or wild animals? GP, I know that nature is gonna do things, and there's events happening that will alter and maneuver around what will happen with your village. But I think for now it will be very, very focusing on the city build aspect first, and then add more and more to it. I know that you can send out your ships to raid and explore and trade. Is what I know. It's for the moment. We shall see further down the road. Good. Let me grab some more builder. I have only 5 farmers. 5 builders. So, farm has been watered, so I don't need anybody. You're growing on your own. What I can build, though, is make a decoration. I love that decoration actually makes sense and are doing something. Just gonna place a scarecrow on it. Boom. And increases the storage space. Makes the village look richer. A card over there. An empty card here next to the granary. A gateway. When you come down from the river. So cool. Target board. Okay, they're in the ground still. Wooden a signal. Boom. Boom. And we're out of money. No more decorations for me. Oh, man. This is so pretty. I'm so happy. Chat, I'm so happy with the game. I'm so happy that the game is good. I'm not saying that because we had the developer and the publisher on the show. Because I'm always honest with you guys. And when a game is not good, I will tell you it's not good. The only downside at the moment I see once you've built like your settlements once. Because there's, beside the event, not really a threat to it, and there's not this challenge of thriving going on besides food and winter. That the replayability might be getting stagnant after like your third, fourth city. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. What a wonderful view. But as it progresses, as it becomes more complex, as there's more events happening, as the modding tool coming in, the modding tool just freaked me out. That the community has access to the in-game builder, in a sense, and you build your settlements, or you build your house and buildings with the Unreal Engine tool, and can handcraft it and design exactly how it will look, and you can share it with other players. The diversity of how stuff will look and the modability, I can't wait. I can wait. So let's have a look. Find herbs. Built a warehouse and assign a warehouse man. Built an herbalist and assign a doctor. Fair enough. Herbalist hub. Gonna build it over there. Costed me some coinsies. And built a warehouse. I'm gonna make some beer as well soon. Warehouse. Over here. Okay. Beautiful. Decorations. A fence. Decorations, fence. Oh, that's how it works. You place it down and then you stretch it. I see. Okay, okay, gotcha. With 2 meals. Not necessarily good. Let's prioritize building that over here. Limit the firewood. Resources. Interesting, it doesn't show me the firewood. Okay. Okay. How's the crops doing? Crops are growing. We don't need them at the moment. So stuff are being delivered. Let's finish also the cattle ranch. We can cut down 6 animals over here. Good. Can cut 1. Okay. There we go. Can you get rid of, replace the usual villagers, or can they improve over time with training? They cannot improve over time at the moment, from what I've seen. Maybe there will be training facilities where you can, like, train them to be better at some certain skills. But, I guess later on, if you sacrifice to the gods, maybe you can pick, like, a villager who's not so well. And, like, a cripple or something. And, do the natural selection through that. If you so will. 33 people. I think we're having a good number here. Plus we're getting another house done. Nice. Nice. So we're gonna have enough wheats to be stored in there. The windmill is in production. Stone pits. I wonder how far is the stone pit. The stone pit is not that far. Nice. Okay. Military training camp. Makes it easier for villagers to find direction. Increase the walking speed. Pole. Here does family A live? Here does family B live? Nice. I need more light sources. Torches. Over here one. For the marketplace, let's have some proper fire pits. Nice. Torch over here. Torch over there. And we have no money. So there's now also fruits coming in from the herbalist back there. Nice. They're still growing. We're not harvesting yet. They're still growing. So we have 1 tree of life point. What do we get here? A shipyard. We need 3 more points. I want a shipyard. Because the shipyard will then let me have access to ships for fishing as well. I guess that will increase also my intake of money. Resources. Oh, look at that. A cattle ranch is being done and ready. And a new home has also been built. Nice. Good. I'm happy with the outcome. Feeling good. With your 6 extra animals, cut them. The warehouse is in production. Gonna leave you guys in alone. Jobs board. Engel Runason as a new child. Let's switch them. So... is the game gonna be released? In a few hours. In just a few hours. Jax, thank you kindly for covering that. Jax, are you a fan of the series or also part of the developing team? Or maybe part of the publisher? So, cut some trees. Choppy chop chop. These are growing back pretty fast. It looks like. So, what do we need here? Fast people and strong people. 1.9. There we go. 2 ladies tackling. Oh, look at them. Carrying the stone. Good boy, Erp. And he's even crippled. I would like if the perks actually alter the visuals. Like if they cripple, that they limp. Or they have some sort of visual feedback that they are crippled. In what sense of, however. The mini Viking. Good. I shall name thee after this character here. He is clever and he's thin. The mini Viking. Or just mini Viking. We run it together. Mini Viking. Mini Viking. Confirm. There we go. Hello there, how are we doing today? Very, very loving the mood of this. I moved my mouse somehow outside, so I'm not highlighting anything. There we go. Make some screenshots. Of the little village going on. Oh, with the Nord lights up there. So good. Oh, there was a wave coming in. Cool. Mwah. So enjoyable. So, build. I think the second fish shot is nearly done. I'm gonna have to think of houses some more. And I'm gonna build them like this. 1. 2. 3. There we go. And my money's gone again. So more villagers, more meals equals more money. Fair enough. I'm just 2 builders and have 10 laborers. 5 animals. That's good. 4 animals. 12 animals. We can cut down to. On the geese and chicken. Then we get firewood. Okay, I think we're kind of prepared for the winter. Kind of. Although we're not making loaves. So I don't have a tailor yet. So that's a little bit problematic. There are no active builders. What? There we go. There we go. So, kind of lacking in terms of wood, it looks like. Cutting trees, always prioritized to stone cutting. Please, thank you. You can throw festivals if I have enough money. I wonder if they actually, like, come out here and decorate. Giermund died due to work accidents. Oh no! Has a tree fallen on you? I would have loved to hear some sort of details. What happened? What kind of trauma it caused the work accidents? And make it like fun little detail if you want to see what happens to your villages. Easy have a 1/1. I'd love to continue watching, but it's 5:30 a.m. I need to get some sleep. Thanks for the stream. Good night. Angus! Have a great night's rest. No! No! I forgot about the crops! Shit. Well, there goes one harvest. There goes one harvest. Fish, lucky, and intelligence. Gidrier. You gonna come over here? Oh no. That's all I've got about the harvest. Choppy chop chop chop. Dig all them trees down. Still a lot of stone. Good. Bitten by a prairie dog? Maybe. Maybe. Chat, if you enjoy your stay here, thank you kindly for smacking those heart buttons. Highly appreciated. Also, type an exclamation mark giveaway for we are giving away a copy of this game. And exclamation mark Discord. Become part of our Viking community. I would love to have you aboard and share with you all kinds of game experience. Just like this special from today. So, have over there. Have over here. Nice. Just got here where you miss everything. The gods have come. Thunderbolts of lightning. Very, very frightening. I'm moving the mouse somehow up. There we go. Whoa. Mouse, please stop. It's so pretty. Of the Vegvisor on this building. So, is there an option that I can don't have side scrolling. There's camera. Mouse control speeds. No. Not yet. So this is placed for 2 new homes, 3 new homes that will be placed. For some reason I ran out of stone. Holy moly. So definitely need another farmer. 2 builders only. And over here, I think 1 is enough. Work the sheep. There we go. We have 6 animals that we can put to the knife. There's somebody hungry, although we have 32 meals. That's definitely not up to my markets. So let's have only 1 carpenter. They're still watering the plants. Good. Let's fast forward. Miss Boo, how you doing? Hello. Hello, you wonderful lady. Welcome to
The land of Viking.
Am I pronouncing this correctly, actually? Land of the Viking. There we go. So, warehouse. Warehouse needs to have speed. Who's very speedy? Mini Viking. Makes sense. He's a speedy lad. He's a speedy lad. Wait. There we go. Assign a doctor. Build an herbalist hub. That's nearly done. Missing just some carpents, some timber being produced. Very good. Are we doing amazing with yourself? Phenomenal! I just said the developers of this game on the show, they're super amazing and kind people. There is so much passion behind the main lead designer of this. And they even willingly showed himself on camera. Even though his English was not the bestest, he really tried hard to show his vision and share his love of his game that he's producing. So big claps to him for doing that. Onhur from Turkey. And Iceberg, the publisher of the game, for letting me them have on the show and also giving me a free copy of this game to show to you guys early before it releases. And to top it, even 1 extra to give away to you guys. Looks like a very common game. It is wonderful. Although I forgot for a second that my scare alerts were still on. And Chad was so humble as to smack my goals down below. But that triggered a gunshot and I nearly shit myself. But other than that, it was great. I think we can slaughter 2 of the cattles. Good. Good. I'm gonna live there. I'm taking pictures the whole time of this. Look at this. Look at this, Peru. You go to building, you go to decorations, and then the decorations actually make sense. And you can place stuff like increase storage space of the building. If I just place a bucket down wherever I want to, and I start to decorate the place with all kinds of little assets and in stuff 4 barrels. And with that, each placement will look different. Let's have some light source next to that. Over here a torch. Over here a torch. Back at the chicken coops as well. Neat. Neat. Little torch walk until back here to the herbalist. You know what? Fridger Runarsson. Where's the lady? Village families. The Erp family. Brothild. Where's Brothild? Where's she? She is right now carpeting. There we go. Brothild. She's ugly. I'm so sorry. That has nothing to do with it. But that shall be Miss Pooh to honor her. Miss Pooh is far from ugly. How is your best your man being called Pooh? Because we can then name the male character after him as well. And you have the Erp family being created. Lovely. Villagers live and die. After the villagers die, you should assign new workers to true replacement. Good evening from Australia. I played the demo and I'm so looking forward to getting this game. Raven Jewel. I'm loving it. Welcome to my little village. Feel free to put in channel points if you want to be part of this village. Thora Sigmundsdottir died due to a work accident. I would actually love to know what is happening there. Why do they die? That would be freaking cool to know. Who I've named you already. There shall not be a Pooh the second. Actually, you know what? Let's have a Pooh the second. Why not? Over here, this brat. He's stupid and he's thin. And he's 12 years old. And his name shall be Mr. Pooh. Yeah, but can I have a cat? I don't know if there's like domestic animals over here. Sibi Runarsson, stupid, charismatic, hardworking, and thin. That is Schnittenbeast. Schnittenbee, because I can write longer nicknames. And then over here, Lodge Frodiasdottir, quarrelsome, likes to quarrel, 41 years old. Daemesco. Was it Daemsko? How do I pronounce it correctly? I think we're good. So let's prioritize building that house over here. It was a good pronunciation. Nice. What do I have here? Newcomers arrive at the village. Newcomers were seen coming towards the village where they came from. They were attacked by looters. They want to join the village. Yeah, let's have them join. So, but I don't think I want more than 40 in the village. Before we fix more of our food income. Right? So, wood storage. That would make sense to have a wood storage over here. Next to the chopping tree. Boom. And then have a stone storage. Come over here. Okay. 2 points. I need 4 in total, right? To get the shipyard. Amazing. Amazing. Privet Jewel, greetings back to Australia. What was the most loving part? Or what did you like most about the game when you played the demo? I love when I click H that these symbols of homelessness are disappearing as well. Dude, I'm becoming a photographer over here. Look at that. Nice. We'll have to have like a little thing in front. And then make a picture of the scenery. Like this. Boom. What the hell did make me put that bucket in the middle of the road? I think it was our Cardi. Oh, we could have a hunting hut. Could have a hunting hut. %. I mean, 90% is good. Oh, winter is coming. That's bad. That's bad, chat. That's really bad. I wonder if that will tackle the crops. Jobs. I have no builders. That's why nothing has been built. I don't need the farmers at the moment. I have 5 builders. Have another full market there over there. Erp Hardel's daughter dies out of illness. Frodi Odin's son dies naturally. Seven builders. Come on. Finish me up my herbalist thing. Winter is coming. In 2 days. Oh, I like how relaxing it was to play and all the decode that you can place around. Right. Good pronunciation. I'm a crawlsome. I love that the decoration is actually not only decoration, but it makes sense. That it actually freaking makes sense. So cool. Like sense in it has its benefits. It's doing something. It's buffs up the people who walking by. Ooh, I have no clue what family is living in this house, but we are just pimping the look of the house. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening? Oh, it is no! second house is gone! Hold your tide, it is shaking! Bad news, earthquake. The tree of life, Yggdrasil, is shaking, and the gods must be angry with us. Some buildings collapsed, people died and became crippled. Fuck. Vikings, that was you. That was you. Rebuild the house. Rebuild the house. Fuck. Right before winter is coming. But luckily, nobody died from the earthquake. At least not in the not in the thing is there. I need a second carpenter. Frigg. You shall be a carpenter. Oh my goodness. Scary. Everybody has some light sources. Wow. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. We need to have intelligence for being a doctor. Makes sense. Makes sense. Helen Rodiksdottir. You shall be the doc. There we go. Bread production. Build a windmill and a sand miller. Yeah, we're on that. Crops ready to harvest. Oh, man. It's autumn. You know what? Let's start harvesting. Before we have a problem. With the crops dying. Let's start the harvest. There's only 2 builders. See an expedition. Right. Cool. I need another builder. And over here. Priority stone mining now. Please, thank you. Give me them stones. Bring me them stones. I have to look at that clip. Wow. Let me pause this really quickly. Let's hop over here and have a look at the clip. Bow. Oh, what is happening? Whoa, that was loud. Sorry. Such a goofball. Let's have a look here. Oh, what is happening? Odin is snow! Odin is snow. That's not even it. Oh, dude, our second house is gone. The destruction looks so good when it falls apart. Your tide, it is shaking. I didn't even notice that that house over there was also going down. Oh, that was great. Bad news, earthquake. The tree of life, Yggdrasil, is shaking, and the gods must be angry with us. Some buildings collapsed. People died. That was beautiful. Oh, that was beautiful. Great shot. You can sort the strength of the villager using the sword part. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. That was beautiful. Ottila, how you doing? Finished my second day back at work. Nice. So we have 7 animals. Let me chop 2 of them. Slaughter 2. Over here we have still 5. Oh yeah, there's a sword button up there. Thank you. I totally did not see that big ass sword button up there. Be able to cut down 3 geese and other shenanigans. So, builders, come on, build me the houses over here. Collect the materials. Collect the materials. Oh, for fuck's sake. So. Okay, they're bringing stuff. Let's see if we... There we go. Stone storage. Finish building that. Log storage. Perfect. And we're collecting the crops. And putting in here into the wheat granary. Beautiful. Geese? Yeah! I mean, the symbol says geese and chicken. But I see only chickens over here. Oh. The ground is becoming white. I see. We have 68 meals. We should have more than enough food to survive the winter. But I guess they will all die now of cold. Because materials are missing. Are you guys gathering? They're still gathering. Interesting. As if one less. As if one less carpenter. There we go. Okay. The poor geese have no more. The villagers are unhappy. Oh shit. That's not good. They're unhappy because of the not having a house situation. Totally get that. Totally get that. Settlement problems in the village. The newcomers caused a settlement problem in the village. Foreigners set up tents wherever they find an area. I will promise you a new home. How many homes do I have to build? 2 houses. Okay, that's doable. One is already in the building. The other one are sort of in construction. Oh, we're at it. Okay. We're at it. There we go. Another nice screenshot. Dude. Flood this game with screenshots, I'm telling you. With 43 coinsies. That's the other house that broke down. Okay. Duskwolf, how you doing? Rabbits, this game looks pretty neato. It is looking already very gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous. So in terms of just building your settlement, it plays already chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. There we go. Another house has been built. One more house. Look at that.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Praise the Duskwolf. Thank you kindly. 13 months. freaking months, my friend. Wow. That house with the banner over here broke down. Luckily that the 2 sticks in the banner withholds the earthquake. But holy shit, how intense is the earthquake? That's crazy. By the way, Damsko, if you are...
Another loyal devotee.
If you're here, make sure that earthquake and screen shake and stuff is able to toggle off. Because I have a lot of friends who are motion sick and they enjoy games like this and they could not play a game where it's like stuff shaking in the screen. They will get sick of it. In terms of actually sick, not in terms of not liking it. Oh, he used the sip emote. Cute. Good with herbs. We don't need any patience. Have more than 8 houses in your village? Yeah, I would love to, if Earthquake is not doing anything else. Build a windmill. Fields can't be sown in winter. Okay, gotcha. So I don't need the farmers. Object done. Perfect. Happiness goes back up. Feels cold, don't have a house. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it, my friend. I'm on it. Priority work. On that. So, look at these 3.
Unwavering purpose.
I got a lock in me. You got a lock in me. That's so lovely. Ooh. Oh, I thought I could make a screenshot from within the building, but I cannot. What a shame. Beautiful. Highness and LT Vince. Welcome to the North, welcome to the fam. Thank you kindly for hitting that heart button. Highly appreciated whenever you guys do. It's free to do so and it helps out the channels all so much. I would definitely appreciate it, but wait to turn the earthquakes off as you get motion sickness. Well, there we go. There we go. I have a lot of friends being sadly tackled by that. Time slows down after natural disaster. Don't forget to speed up. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna wait until we have 10 animals down there. I can chop down 2. We can chop down 7 geese. Perfect. Put that 3 down as well. There we go. Another house is up and ready. We are collecting the stone. And I think I'm gonna create a path. Oh, it automatically moves towards the path. Cool. So AI is very aware of that fact. That is neat. Look at that. It straight went to the path to go on. Cool. Very, very cool. So, we have a cozy little village going on. I like it. I like it. Put some barrels in here as well. Here, a place to sit around a stand. I know. That looks like nearly a bench to me. You know, to have a little seat around it. Have a bucket next to it. People can bring it on. Nice. Let's have some wood piles over here. Next to that chopping place. Cute. Was a wood car as we're bringing in woods. Cool. An empty cart next to you. So good. This game is so good. I love it. Some weapon racks. Over here. In case we need it. Can I put like a little tent over it so they're not in the open? That would be freaking cool. Carts D. Time to start fishing, it says. Oh, the windmill has been produced. Let's see. We need here strength, of course, because you need to hit that bread. Addis. And herb. There you go. You're gonna be our first millers. We have 216 in there. Time to go fishing. Build a shipyard. Let's do that. Let's do that. Vec Vizier. We've unlocked the Vec Vizier with one more extra point. Productions are produced 5% faster. More production material and gaining from slaughtering animals. We have a lot of animals, so let's do that. Return to the village. And now, we're building our first shipyard. Yes! Yes! Shimmies! Build ships. Perfect. Ships have... Yes, sexy. I know that was not English, but I'm too excited. I'm too excited that we have a shipyard going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Beautiful. Thanks for the welcome. I saw raiding is also a thing in the game. Have you done it already? We are on it! We're on it, Highness. We are on it. We're just building the shipyard and raiding might be a thing. Soon. Is the game difficultly enjoyable or unforgiving winter sim? I have a lot of fun with it. I did a little bit of a mistake at the beginning in terms of food. This time I'm super good in my run. 85 total numbers of meals. But all the video and the interview with the developers will be later down for your digestion on the YouTubes to catch up and have a look at it and see how and what I did in terms of getting a feel of what I built first, what I built second, and maybe that helps you in your strategy. Who knows? I might tackle it as in dev talk plus mechanics talk and some beginner tips and ideas. because there were some really good ideas and tips in the developer chat before we started over here. Good shipyard, yes. Also, storages, no, production. Production, mine. Mine builds to extract coal and iron. And I can build a mine over here. Boom. Good. Production. I can build a stone cutter. Wait, what? No, not the stone cutter, my bad. The stone pit. There we go. It's designated place up here. Boom. I'm gonna chop trees again. Choppity chop, chop, chop. Okay. Chop some trees over here as well. So, and I think with the coal, we'll be able to heat up our homes over coal and not use the wood anymore. I guess. Oh no, it's a hard guess, so I do not know. Then we're gonna need a brewer as well. Explore the eternal hammer of the weaver in the tree of life to build a tailor. Build a shipyard, assign a shipyard builder, make a boat. I'm on it. Newcomers will arrive at my village. Yeah, why not? Let's have them. They can join. So, that means also that we're gonna need to build more houses. I'm gonna destroy these these 3 houses at some point, actually. Lighting with a tree? Well, not anymore. There we go. Too bumpy. Another house? Good. Then I need another well. Oh, is it because it's meeting the other circle? I see. Oh, I see. Good. Then we don't need another well, it looks like. Let's speed this up. Decorations. Let's have a wooden signal. Over here. One up there. Bull trophy. I love that you can decorate the whole place. Oh man. So sexy. Got a card with some barrels. Over there. Okay. So, path. Don't have to go through the snow anymore. Shipyard? Or does my shipyard, please? And my heart is building. So, we're looking job-wise. Settlement problem in the village. Newcomers cause a problem. We are promising new homes. A lot happened since I was here earlier. It did. It did. TJ, how you doing? Skill. And the earthquake click to the YouTube video. Oh, well, I think I will start with that. I think that will be the intro to the video. Promise new homes. So, build 2 houses. Let's see if we can actually pull this off. I mean, we do have enough stone, I think. Let's pause this over here even. Because we need to build the houses first. Right, so let's pause this. Pause that. Build me the 2 houses. Build me the 2 houses, laborers. Jobs. I have 16 laborers. Another herdsman, because Holdor Odid's daughter died naturally. And it looks like the snow is slowly going away, and we have survived our first winter, Chad. I think we're surviving our first winter soon. Dude, so good. So good. Damsco will definitely place the pictures. I'll take them all and dump them on the media section in the Discord. And if you not like anything of the pictures that I've took, feel free to grab them and use them for advertisement. Whatever. The little witch hut in the woods. Let me actually make this little witch hut. Decoration. Where we have some skulls and whatnot. Goat trophies. Okay. Take that light source away. Decoration. What else? That card to the sides. What else? What else do we have there? Little box. Okay. Let's have the light source. Like over here. Oh, this is hard to, like, slowly zoom. There we go.
The witch hut.
Screw John. Beautiful. Well, the fuck tree is dead? It's a living tree. It's an ant. It's starting to wiggle. And if you don't chop it down, it actually becomes an ant and will attack you. All daughter died of natural cause. I wonder what kind of profession did you have? Fisherman. Okay. Come on, laborers. So have a little bit of time left to fill this up. The relative died. No. There we go. We can cut down 10 geese. Cut down. There we go. That's pretty full. That's pretty full. Nice. Meh. Good. One house is done. One more to go. Runa is dying. Naturally. That's kind of nice when people die naturally cause. So, filter this by speed. Isgar. Get up here. Botild Grisdottir. I wonder how much work they put into... Oh, that's the dead husband, though. To actually work on all the namings. So... work on that as well. Building is now under construction. We might be just in time to finish the second house and do the quests that we have promised. I'm gonna slaughter one animal. Taking down the animal. Okay. Good. A lot of food. The fantasy tree. Tuberculosis is a natural cause. Man. Going dark right away. We're nearly through the winter. Chad, we nearly survived our first winter. There we go. There we go. We've done it. 2 houses has been built. Already sent. Object ended. New houses. That gave me, I think, a skill point. If I'm not mistaken. So what do we have up here? What do we have up here? 5. I learned the tailor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save for that. I'm gonna save for that so I get my next point as well. Looks like we're still out of houses somehow. Lighting with a tree. Over there. So, We are getting the material for the shipyard. Slowly but constantly. Gonna chop stuff down. Okay. Also the stone pit can be continued to be worked upon. It just needs some normal wood, not carpentered wood. Nice. So when spring hits, I'm gonna grab myself 8 farmers probably. Place them down there. In terms of farmers, food. Feel there is too big. Okay. Over here we're gonna plant the stuff that we need for the beer. That means I will need an barley granary. Right next to you. And after that we're gonna need a brewery. The brewery I will place right over here. Boom. Okay. Perfect. Let's keep on moving. Looks like spring is hitting. Soon. Hopefully. I'm excited for Deep Rope Galactic. I am, but that is not the place here to talk about it right now. As we're focusing on the release party of this game. The herbalist died. Why? Too old? Need somebody with a brain over here. Astrid's Englisdottir shall be the new herbalist. Oh, there we go. Helene had died, and Harald Knutsson died of natural. Nice, they're all dying of natural causes. Interestingly, we don't need like a, I don't know, preparation cemetery whatsoever. We have a festival. You need silver, beer, and food. You can throw in a festival. The spring is coming. As the snow melts, Mother Earth threw off her cover and began to breathe once again. The birds were dancing in the air, nesting among the newly... Also, the beard sounds is coming back. That is so cool. Barley. Let's go. 6 over here. 10 farmers. 15 farmers. Give me 15 farmers even. Fuck that. 15 farmers going. Let's prioritize of that. Need somebody with luck. Slothy. A lot of natural causes are happening. That's fair enough. Chop, chop, chop. Oh. Wait, I need dressed stone? Oh, I need a stone cutter. We need a stone cutter. The stone cutter will be down here. That is the stone deposits. And up there, we're getting even more stone. So let's mine that stone away over there. And over there. over here. And I think that's it in terms of mines, in terms of stone. Rest will be this baby up here. But I am definitely in lack of wood. So chop, 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 chop. All of this. Choppity chop chop. Let's go. Altivids, thank you for the stretch. Oh, I will stretch under some pain for I have sore muscles all over my body. So beautiful. Dude. That's just looking neat. A little bit too boxy. I like this natural feel a little bit more. That's okay. It's okay. Let's put some torches next to the houses. Whoa. Cute. Good. Another poorhouse in the building over there. Good. So, finish up that building up there as well. Oh no, our carpentry died. Poor lady. So that with strength. Bjorn is the only one. Barley, plants. Plants. Oh, they're not planting because I didn't click on plant. Damn it. Damn it. Jobs. Give me 2 farmers. There we go. I need a carpenter. Good. Let's go. You can place new trees, otherwise you soon... Oh, the trees automatically grow. So that tree that I chopped down, it remains with a trunk and then grows back until I place a building over it. There's no such like a forester who is planting new trees for you. Schnittenbeast, to you, my friend. Skål. Ivar Rorsson is now a child. Very good. Place the barley. My granary for barley is up and ready. Good. Good, 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 good. You have a lot of fish. We have a lot of fish. So it has been planted. Now it needs some watering. Good, 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 good. Like that. That means I'm missing a lot of labor. But we're gonna get all these laborers back once the field has been taken care of. Okay. So let's slaughter here 3 animals. Oh, that reminds me of a story, Chad. That cow. I was in Romania visiting my grandparents. And I went hiking. And with some beautiful, beautiful mountains nearby. Not as beautiful as in here in the game. I was hiking up and was like exhausted. And we're working my way up the hill. And as I reached the top, I met or I came to a farm, and they had a cow at the entrance to their vicinity. And that cow was there, bonded with a long rope to eat some grass, and was staring at me. And as I arrive near the house gates, the cow is just looking at me and goes like raising one eyebrow. I'm not sure if a cow has an eyebrow, but it was raising one eye, looked at me with one big eye and one smaller with this kind of look. I was like, Mo, like, what's up? I laughed for 30 minutes straight. I don't know. I thought it's so funny, and I freaking died of laughter because of that. It was so fucking hilarious. So, farm is watered. Farm is watered. Good. We don't need the farmers anymore. Oh, the job thing was open. Farmers. There we go. 0. We got an herdsman. We now 16 laborers. There is a blessing. You've been blessed. The light of Freya shines upon your village like a golden sun and bless your lands. Fields and fruits yield more crops. Oh, that's nice. Let's put another scarecrow in here. Nice. Put some buckets down here or something. Good. Bonks. To collect stuff. Okay. It's kind of twilight lights. Gordon Giants. Nobody that we need. So we're building homes and houses, hopefully. Let's have both on equal. Bum. Okay. So 9 out of 12. Let's go. The 5 on there. And cut down 4 down. 122 meals. We're doing really good. Really good. We're building some more houses even. To expand. Even further. There we go. There we go. Just one more. One more needs to come up here. Where's my roads? Place the roads. Decorations. Light source. Was the hut of the hunter. Market deer died. How's the crops looking? Ready for harvest. So, gonna wait. Bring in another builder. Oh, that was the first stage. Now we need 144 wood. Oh my fucking god. Okay. That's crazy. That is crazy. That really needs well done village. I'm proud of us, Jan. I'm proud of us. Not really happy with the looks of these here, but that's okay. Let's try to work with the stone cutter as well. It takes too long for the moment. Let's finish up the projects down below. This does need no break. Finish up also the hunting hut. Good. Its first playthrough looks are going to look skewed. I ruined a run of Frostpunk because I was trying to rebuild the city area since it looks funky. Dude, Frostpunk was a game. Harvest. Harvest. I need my farmers. As many as possible. As many as possible. Let's go. F10. There we go. Start working, ladies and gentlemen. Start working. Fun, I don't see any wheat on this one. Let's work hard. Barley is being collected. Soon we shall have the beer flowing and growing. So, carpenter still going. Marketer we have 6 laborers. Good. Good. That's good. SD, skål. How you doing? Can you name buildings? Good question. Poorhouse. Nope. Can only nickname people. Your water Maaskrug enjoyer as well? Of course I am. I mean, I have celebrated with the developers with some mead over here, but drinking hole is empty, and the devs are gone. So I will not drink on my own here on this early hour. Man, the buildings all look so cute. I think the light source, the interior light source, is overdone it a little bit. But it looks really neat. If they manage to actually make some, with the mods thing, some livability inside. So how are we looking over here? That is completely exploding and it's full. Making some bread now. Yeah, we're not making another round of beer thingies. Farmer, off it down to 5. Okay. Keep on moving. A lot of 3 builders. Come on. I want to see the shipyard being done. Best way of securing you drink 1 liter in a stream. I drink several of those, at least 2 or 3. Be nice if the fields could be named different. Scheming of them, since it was when you were looking at one field, the game had the prior one still be selected. Oh, I know what you mean. There we go. Please plant. Need some more wheat. Newcomers come in. Yeah, bring them in. Newcomers shall have a home. Go. So we need 1 more of these. Good. Yeah, stonecutter. We need strength. Ragnar. Very good. Another one with strength. Guest Arneson. Beautiful. You're gonna start stone cutting. Open. The set limit is 100. Offset thing. So in the middle of the summer, we need the 100th dressed stone for the shipyards. Let's see if we can make that happen. Would wish to see it happen. We're gonna cut down 6 of the animals. We're gonna cut down 13 of the animals. Oh, they're chopping on the wood. Make it nice. Cute. So, chop, 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 chop. Chop this all down over here. I would love if animals and such can be a threat to you. Promise them a new home. Yeah. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. One. Wait. It still built 2 houses? Okay. Let's prioritize these 2 houses then. Let's go. So far we have 1 earthquake. I wonder if there's any other natural disaster and such going on. So, watering is happening on this tile. That should be able to be done by 3 men. 2 men. Doesn't even need more. And now it's growing. No farmer needed. No farmer needed. Yobs. 18 laborers. Grab another gatherer. Apparently one of the gatherers passed away. And with 4 points. The tailor takes 5 points though. The Emmet. The Emmet. Oh! Oh! Oh, we have a shipyard! We have a shipyard, chat! Build a ship. Fishing boats? Not explored in the Tree of Life, not explored in the Tree of Life. You kidding me? Build me a freaking fishing boat. Constructed. And I need intelligent people over here. Ivar. Frodi. Greece. Let's go. We are building our first ship. I'm so excited. Chop, chop, chop. We need all the wood. Take it, take it, take it. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Somebody's hungry. It's not my fault. We have more than enough food. It's your fault. Go eat something. Storage is nearly full on this one. Means I need to build more. So, let me check. Storage is on 210, right? And if I build now decorations that says increase the storage space of some buildings. If I fill this up now with barrels like this. $220. It is increasing. Freaking cool. Nice. I should be named for the first guy on the boat, or name the boat as me. Gotcha, Cardi. Gotcha. We shall. I hope we can. Build a Viking warship. We have not discovered that in the Tree of Life, though. Sadly. So I wonder. I wonder why. I wonder how. We have a lot of homeless people. There we go. There we go. One house is in the goings. Second house is in the goings. And I definitely need more houses. Life. The Boar house. I wonder if we can upgrade houses down the roads. Oh my god. My dog just threw a stinky bomb. Okay. That should give us at least objective ended. New houses done. Perfect. So we don't need any more cutting of stones. So I can toss you two out. And close this for now. What about looking over here? Still have animals. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 15. Chop 3. Hunters. Ragnar. Gris. Bring them in here as hunters. Hey, we have a first fishing boat. Look at that, there's even ornamentation going on. What the hell? Yes, baby. New goal. Reach 80 villages. Our village is growing. Clothing production. Okay. We have built the first ship, it looks like. So I wonder if he now goes out to fish. Oh, that fishing boat actually made me have one more. One more work in here. Okay. So one is standing at the pier throwing out the thing. Does the other worker then hop into the boat and rows out? That would be freaking interesting. Okay, we still have time for that. Oh, actually rowed out! Yes! Oh, there's no animation yet to it. Okay, fair enough. What is row, row, row the boat? Standing now in the sea. Standing in the place of his fishing. Oh, man. There we go. 3 of life, 5 points. We'll get it, Taylor, and a blacksmith. Good. What do we get over here? Training camp. What do we get over here? Toss a coin to your trader. It's time to get into trade. I love the hammer over here. Eternal hammer and weaver, says this one. This one says Veg Vizier. This one says we can't dig too deep. Transition to settled life. Like, these notes are having all kinds of fun little gimmicks going on. So, we have pretty good money. So, let's have 2 making planks. Those will take forever. Forever! I think I just need 1 shipbuilder at the moment. Just have 1 shipbuilder at the moment. There we go. Fishing with a rod, the lol. No nets for the Vikings, apparently. Doot doot. I would wish for some nets stuff going on. So there we go. Harvest. Let's have 10 guys over here taking all the parts. We'll add some flowers on this side, flowers on the other side. What a good game. What a good game. Production, build a tealer. You're the Warehouse would be good. There we go. Let's chop them trees. Let's chop them trees. Getting a lot of stone from that as well. Carpentry's been eating up. Okay. Bread production is doing good. I have 80 villagers. I mean, after we're done over here with building houses, I probably we're gonna have 80 villagers. Shit, did I put the house entrance towards the middle? I did. That's okay. Somebody is clever. Rodi. A lot of people are dying now of natural causes. That is totally fine. There we go. Don't need to plant another one. Let's free up the farmers. Beautiful. Oh, we can plant trees because I'm gonna run out of it. When I chop a tree, it automatically makes the sprouts beneath it, and it will regrow. As long as I do not overbuild them, I'm gonna have trees. So only if you place a settlement over the tree spawn, then you might have a problem. So, beer brewing. I just need somebody who's fast. Azulf. And Haldora. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Good. Oops. I didn't want to place you in the water, but okay. Okay. Good. Full speed ahead. Yeah, I'm not gonna plant another one. Teens water. Let's create a water well over here. Just why not? Beautiful. So we are up on 57. We dropped down from 62 because of natural deaths and causes and whatnot. Luck and brains. Oh, look at that! He's crafting. He's crafting the shippy. Oh damn it! Come on, come on. I'll manage to make a shot out of you. Nice little fish boats going on. Good. How's the settlement grown? Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We have beer production going on. Let's prioritize this one. We are at the brink of having a stone pit up there at some point, hopefully. Building more houses. We have our first fishing boats. Look at that. And now Jormungandr comes and he's like, gone. Lady, you're going a little bit far out with your little rowing boat. Not sure if you asked this before, but does the food get spoiled? Like, for example, Flooders Frontier, please say no. No. Food is not getting spoiled. It's just being stored. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just being stored. So another house being built. That means we have more space for families. Nice. Good. Also, there's some good amount of money. So if once we get 86 beer in total, hopefully, we might be able to throw a feast. Might be able to throw a feast. So special stone cutting, don't need that at the moment. We're working up here. So chop, 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 chop. Mine, 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 all that. Good. Good, you. I could throw in another harvest, but nah. Not gonna do so. Not gonna do so. Let's have a look. Is the fisher boat done? It is done. Boom. I got a new fisher. So, don't need you at the moment at the shipyard since we're not building anything. We're still making more than enough food. From what it looks like. I can chop down 10 animals of geese. Chop down 5 over here. Gonna leave the cows. Wheat is going out though. Yeah, I don't think that we have enough time. I don't think we have enough time for that. 32 planks in total. Interesting. How do I spell your channel name? LT Vince, it is Kormakr. Kormakr. A humble name. Far over the ocean seas. It was I, far away, over the ocean seas, that has been born under the moonlight. And as I have fledged out beneath the warm womb of my mother, and have seen the beauty of this world for the first time, I have fledged out too strong and too hard, and I just like flip fell out of the womb.
and rolled away. That's why I got the name that I got. My name, Kor Makr, meaning the traveler, the wanderer, as I wandered off when I came on Midgard.
I'm happy. I'm hoping that is helpful. So, can we increase the storage room on this one with decorations? If we can, very good. We shall. We shall. Me shall voyage. I love that you can just place stuff around and it increases your... your storage room. So good. I'd love to be able to place it on top as well. Like have the access to go up and down. So cool. So freaking cool. I love it. There we go. Increases the limit a little bit. Building storage is full. You're lying. It's not full. Liars! Let's prioritize the tailor. Speed is up. Whew. The stone pit is nearly done. Nice. With 1 tree of life points. Villagers are 1% happier. Crops availability increased. Mines work faster. Or production material gains. Productions are produced 5% faster. Villagers walk faster on roads. Let's increase the productions. Warehouse provides 10% more space. Interesting. Oh, Arius! Did you not say that you're going to bed or something? Oh, thank you for the stretch. The second winter is coming. The second winter is coming. Oh my. We have more than enough homes for the people. There's even more homes in the making. Just focusing on the tailor as we speak. So... run, my little minions, run! Stone pit is not done. Winter's coming, so this is playing in a world of Game of Thrones. Maybe. I mean, if there's now a dragon coming over the ridge and destroying my place, I will riot. But I will also be amazed at the same time. It's like when you laugh and cry at the same moment. Okay. A poor house. Zoe, that I have only poor houses for you. Let's build also a blacksmith. Tink, tink, tink. Very good. That means I need to reopen this. Gida. Open. Okay. Start cutting stones for me. Gida. So, is the stone pit thing done up there? It looks done-ish. Oh, it's been under construction as we speak. So, in terms of path, boom. Good. Neat little village. Neat little village. The warehouse is full, as it looks like. I need to build another one. Storage, another warehouse. Loading with something. Good. Another storehouse is being built. This thing is nearly done. Dude, this looks super cool. I wonder if this is limited amount of stone or if this is an unlimited amount of stone production thing going. So, meals are still looking good. Everything is fine. Taylor. Intelligente. Nice. Okay. And it's open. Oh, I can decide what they should create. Interesting. High quality. High quality coat made of leather and wool. Very resistant to cold. Let's make only high quality. Fabric obtains wool weaving. Can be used to various areas. I don't really need that at the moment. Light armor for warriors. Heavy armor for warriors. So priority is that, then the armor. But I don't have a trainer or whatever to create soldiers to need armor. So beautiful. Bearded White Walker will visit you? Let's hope not. Dragons are demanded? It's a Jotun invasion. Dude, that would be amazing. Imagine a Jotun comes over here, a freaking giant is like, rah, smash opens your walls. I mean, it will need then palisades and other defensive structures to go. And also a chance to counter a Jotun. Or maybe just have to throw in like 50 people at him and then scavenge your little ghost town into a core surviving thing and slowly reliving and rebuilding your settlement with people. Man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, I agree. So more and more things are being built. There is stores by digging. Let's throw 2 people up here. 2 women. Interesting. Get wolves and foxes eating livestock. Yeah, like natural threats, like a bear coming into town and like, and then you hunt him, and if you are successful killing him, you can have his bear pelts and give it to your jarl, and therefore everybody's more happy or something like that. No? All kinds of shenanigans. Feels cold. Let's see, they're producing high quality stuff. So that's what they said. Let's prioritize building that. Okay. Meals are still looking good. Get a nice bed. Stone miner. Market designs. Let's work on that. Bro. This is priority. Over here, please. Build me the smithy. Not enough material can be found. Yeah, no, there's no barley. I can toss you guys out. And toss you guys out. Chop you down. Chop you down. Okay. A lot of animals over here. Let's slaughter 10. Three. 13. That should give us a lot of boost in terms of food. Oh, look at this. Nice. So, I need one in here with talent for speed. Let's go. I wonder if they're gonna name the schemes of their housing pit houses or whatnot based on the materials you use for houses. Wool. Then how little wool we got? Produces high quality. Yeah. Have good clothes. People happy. People happy. Order production of fabric. Okay. Why not? Let's make one piece of fabric. I think I might be there in terms of 80 people. With the houses. Some say they're homeless, but it can't be. Because another house has been built. So. Just waiting for... What's up, buddy? My dog Thor is looking at me. But I don't think that we're gonna make it in terms of the Tree of Life quick enough to have a look at, because it's over here what I see. The big ships. Over here's also a ship. Whatever it may be. But I think we had a wonderful first look at the game. And we have a last hover over here. See if I can spot any good shots that I want to do. This is a good one. This is also a good one. Beautiful. Okay. With that, we are saving. Hormaker is not dying. Is not D. As we'll go. Hormaker is no D. So, Land of Vikings, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Check it out. Game is coming out in like half an hour, I think. Give or take. And, going scum load? Nah. Not gonna any scum load. Game is out in 30 minutes. And, we're gonna take a quick break. And pick the winner. Thanks for everyone also watching the interview and the VOD later on. Let me know what you guys think. What kind of tips or wishes or mechanics you would like to see. So I will hand them over to the developers in thy name. Comments down below. Till next time.